नमस्कार साथियों, स्वागत है आप सभी का स्टडी आई क्यू पीसीएस चैनल पर। मेरा नाम है अभिषेक और इस वीडियो को शुरू करने से पहले एक इंपॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन ये मैं देना चाहता हूं कि स्टडी आई क्यू पीसीएस लाया है आप सभी के लिए फाउंडेशन बैच। फाउंडेशन का मतलब होता है प्री, मेंस और इंटरव्यू, तीनों की तैयारी आपकी करवाई जाती है। इसमें फाउंडेशन बैच का नाम है संकल्प बैच और संकल्प बैच 3 जो है वो स्टार्ट होने वाला है 16 सितंबर से। अगर आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं फाउंडेशन की और आप उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, हरियाणा, मध्य प्रदेश, उड़ीसा, पंजाब, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, वेस्ट बंगाल और असम से बिलोंग करते हैं और इन स्टेट पीसीएस की तैयारी करना चाहते हैं, तो बहुत अच्छा मौका है इस टाइम पे फाउंडेशन बैच लेने का, क्योंकि 10 साल पूरे हो चुके हैं स्टडी आईक्यू प्लेटफॉर्म को। यू कैन सी हियर 10 साल बेमिसाल। और इस समय अगर आप एनरोल करते हैं, इस समय आप इस कोर्स को परचेज करते हैं, फाउंडेशन की तैयारी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं स्टडी आईक्यू पीसीएस के कोर्सेज को लेके, तो आपको मिलेगा मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट और साथ में डबल वैलिडिटी। पहले मिलती थी 24 महीने की वैलिडिटी, इट मींस 2 सालों की, अब मिलेगी 4 साल की वैलिडिटी, 48 मंथ्स की। तो जल्दी से जाइए स्टडी आईक्यू पीसीएस की वेबसाइट पर और जाके वहां पर कोर्स को परचेज करेंगे। मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट मिलेगा आपको कब? जब आप AKS लाइव कोड का यूज करेंगे। AKS लाइव कोड का यूज करेंगे, कुछ भी कोई भी कोर्स लेना है इस कोड का यूज करेंगे, मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट इस टाइम पे मिलने वाला है। 10 साल बेमिसाल। अगर आप देखें तो मंथली इफेक्टिवली आपको 210 रुपीज ही देने होंगे, तो ये बहुत ही कम अमाउंट है। इससे ज्यादा तो खाने पीने में खर्च हो जाता है, बट आपकी पढ़ाई बहुत जरूरी है, आपका जो लाइफ का एम है वो बहुत जरूरी है। इसके लिए स्टडी आईक्यू पीसीएस आप सभी के लिए कोर्स लाया है संकल्प बैच 3। आप एडमिशन इसमें ले सकते हैं। Hello and welcome you all to StudyIQ PCS. My name is Abhishek and today we will discuss the current affairs of August month 2024, specifically of Punjab state. As you all know, the current affairs are very important for the upcoming examinations, be it the PSC examination or any one-day examination. So without wasting any time, we will discuss the current affairs in terms of multiple choice questions, because these type of questions are asked in the examinations. This video will be important for the PSC examination and other Punjab competitive examinations, right? So these multiple choice questions are here. Without wasting any time, we'll start with the first question. The first question says, consider the following statements regarding the designation of Christian Medical College and Hospital CMC Ludhiana as the WHO Collaborating Center, World Health Organization Collaborating Center for Stroke. The first statement here says, the CMC Ludhiana is the first stroke center in the world to be designated as a WHO collaborating center. So here the keyword should be, like it is written here, first stroke center. So you should focus on these type of words. First stroke center, can it be the first? We'll see. The second statement says the collaboration between CMC Ludhiana and the WHO began in 2020, focusing on the development of stroke care guidelines and manuals. So the year is important here. So is this the correct statement? We will see again, right? The third statement says CMC Ludhiana's WHO CC designation has led to significant improvements in stroke care in Bhutan, including the establishment of a standardized stroke care system. So are the neighboring countries also benefited with this? We will see. The question asks which of the statements given above is or are correct. So again you have to focus here. The correct statements are asked here, not the incorrect statements. So correct statements are asked only. We have 4 options, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1 only, and 1, 2 and 3. So you can pause this video and you can just check your knowledge that you guys know this or not. I'll tell you the correct statement again. So here the first statement, we'll see, it is the first stroke center in the world to be designated as a WHO CC or collaborating center. So this statement is correct, right? This statement is correct. It is correct. It is the first stroke center with the collaboration of World Health Organization, right? The second statement is the collaboration between CMC Ludhiana and the WHO began in 2020. So this year is not correct again. Okay, this year is not correct. 2020 is not the year. The correct year is 2015. We'll see the solution also. 2015. And CMC Ludhiana's WHO CC designation has led to significant improvements in the stroke care in Bhutan. Yes, the neighboring countries are also benefited with this type of activities, the WHO Collaboration Center, including the establishment of a standardized stroke care system. So here the second statement is incorrect and both the first statement and the third statements are correct. So here the A option will be correct, 1 and 3 only. specifically it is for the Punjab state, and here the first option is correct. 1 and 3 only is correct. We'll see the solution also. A option is correct. There is a milestone achieved for the CMC Ludhiana. Okay. The World Health Organization WHO has designated CMC Christian Medical College and Hospital in Ludhiana as a WHO collaborating center, WHOCC for the stroke. So for that, this can also be asked from you, like for which purpose it was considered as a collaborating center, right? For which purpose? For the stroke part. Again, the second statement is the Advanced Stroke Center of the Christian Medical College has become the first in the world to be recognized as a WHOCC or collaborating center. So it is the first one. That is why the first statement was correct. Now the second statement. So we have the key points. The recognition of Christian Medical College and the hospital as a WHO collaborating center for stroke underscores its excellence, right? Exactly. The excellence and the leadership of this CMC, it is very much evident by this in the field of stroke treatment and research. So these type of words you can use in the next mains examination also in the PSC exam, right? So you can use these type of words, excellence and the leadership of the CMC, Christian Medical College. The next point says, it is the outcome of long-standing collaboration with the WHO Southeast Asian region. So WHO, we have multiple regions also. So WHO's Southeast Asian region, it has collaborated with this, and WHO headquarters in the Geneva also. Notably, this partnership began in 2015. So the year is 2015, not 2020, which was given in the second statement. So this second statement is incorrect. In the questions, second statement was incorrect. Now, we'll see the third one. Here it says the CMC and the hospital involvement extends to other countries also, other regions also, including Bhutan, Maldives, Myanmar, and the Timor-Leste, etc. So the other countries, not only the Indian neighboring countries, but also the other, you can see that like Timor-Leste also. Myanmar, it is in the Indian Ocean region. Like Maldives, it is in the Indian Ocean region, but the other countries are also benefited by this. Timor-Leste, Myanmar, Maldives and Bhutan. In Bhutan, where previously there was no standardized stroke care system, the initiative has led to significant improvements in identifying and treating the stroke cases. So now the beneficiary is Bhutan also. You can see these type of countries are also benefited. Bhutan, Maldives, Myanmar and the Timor-Leste. Right, so here the third statement is correct, the first statement was correct, second statement was incorrect because the cooperation started from 2015. The partnership began in 2015. So the first question was related to this CMC, and the A option here is correct. A option is correct. We'll move to the second question. The second question says, consider the following statements regarding the government's proposal to relocate the security fence, the border security fence closer to the international border with Pakistan and Punjab. So you have to understand, like if this is a Pakistan's border, this is a Pakistan border, this is the Indian border, you can consider like this, and there's a fence in between. Okay, this is a fence. So the question is talking about this only. Regarding the government's proposal to relocate the security fence, the government wants to shift this fence towards the Pak side so that this area will be used. This area can be used by the farmers, right? So closer to the international border with Pakistan in Punjab. The first statement says the relocation of the fence would provide farmers with improved access to their field situated between the fence and the international border, right? So this is the case. I think you understood this point of view, right? This fence would provide farmers with improved access to their fields situated between the fence and the international border. And the proposed, or we can say this is not a border. You cannot consider it as a border. The border will be one, but there is a no move zone, or you can say there's a no move zone. So like this is Pakistan's no man's land, this is India's no man's land, but there's a fence in between. So the fence can be shifted. right? The fence can be shifted, so this area can be used by the people. This area can be used by the farmers. So this is the case. The relocation of the fence would provide farmers with improved access to their fields is situated between the fence and the international border. This is the first statement. I think you understood this statement is correct, right? So because we are shifting this, because we are shifting the fence, the area will be more towards the Indian side, which will not be in the no move zone, no man's land. So that area will be used by the farmers. Second statement is this proposed adjustment would mitigate the issues of wild boars damaging crops in the restricted area. Is this the case? We'll see. The proposed adjustment, the shifting of the fence would mitigate the issue of wild boars. The wild boars are there damaging the crops. They are damaging the crops also. Is this the case that the fence shifting would reduce the damages of the crops by these wild boars? The third statement is the relocation would complicate border patrolling and management by limiting access to key areas along the fence. Is that the case? We'll see. So the first statement here is correct. As you all know, if we are shifting the fence, the farmers will get more access to their fields, right? More access to their fields. In the second statement, if the farmers would get more access to their fields, which are here in this area, in between this Indian and Pakistan's no man's land wala area, then this issue will be resolved. So the second statement is correct. The proposed adjustment would mitigate the issue. This issue will be resolved. It will be mitigating the issue of wild boars damaging crops also in the restricted area, right? This is the restricted area. Now, the third statement is the relocation would complicate border patrolling. This is according to the army. It is said that there will be no complication. There will be no complications in the border patrolling and management by limiting access to the key areas along the fence. So this statement is incorrect because according to the army there will be no complications. So this statement is incorrect. Third statement is incorrect. First and second are correct. So here the correct one is asked. You have to understand in every question you have to see what is the question. Which of the statements given above is are correct? If it has, there was a question like which of the statements given above is are not correct, then you have to choose this one, 3 only. Again, the correct one is asked. A option will be correct. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will be correct. We'll see the solution again. A option is correct. The government has announced that it is exploring proposals to relocate the security fence closer to international border with Pakistan in Punjab. So there's a international border. This is a no man's land from Indian side, and this is the no man's land from Pakistan side. So we are shifting the fence. We are not shifting the fence is like this. The fence is here. The earlier diagram was not, I think, easily understandable. There's a fence from the Pakistan side also. There's a fence from the Indian side also. This is the no man's land, right? So we are shifting this fence. We are not shifting the international border. We are just shifting the fence towards the international border. I think you understood this. So the government has announced that it is exploring proposals to relocate the security fence closer to the international border between India and Pakistan in Punjab. So the key points is this potential adjustment aims to address the issues related to land access of farmers. Okay, land access and farmers' safety and border management. So it has multi-dimensional issues, right? Multi-dimensional issues will be resolved by this. This potential adjustment aims to address the issues related to land access by farmers, land which is agri-land, agricultural land, right? Krishi Yogya Bhumi. So that will be properly used by the farmers. Earlier there is a fence, so they cannot move there, they cannot use the land also, they cannot use correctly this land which is there in between the fence and the international border. So now they can use. Farmers' safety also. Sometimes you have seen there's a firing. There's an open fire from the Pakistan side. There's an open fire from the Indian side also. So it is happening. So again here farmers' safety is the major issue which was included in this. Initiative. And border management also. Border management, it is done by the army, right? It is done by the army. Their BSF. It is doing this border safety management, and this is also the issue. So according to this shifting, What are the benefits for farmers? The proposed relocation of the fence would provide farmers in 6 districts. Which 6 districts? The 6 districts which are there on the international border. Punjab's 6 districts which are on the international border of India and Pakistan, which are Fazilka, Firozpur, Taran, Amritsar and Gurdaspur and Pathankot. So these are the 6 districts which are on the international border between India and Pakistan, and this action will be taken in these districts with improved access to their fields. So I told you, improved access to their fields, this was the major aim of this initiative of shifting of fencing, situated in the restricted area between the fence and the international border, right? So this was the case, the farmers are benefited. Now next point, this change would allow them to tend their crops more effectively, right? So they can use the land also, and they can they can use this land for the cropping part, right? And reduce the difficulties currently faced due to the restricted area. So this was a restricted area, they could not use the land, but now they can use the land because the fencing has been shifted towards the international border between India and Pakistan. The move would also address the problem of wild boars. This is very important. This was the second statement, right? The move would also address the problem of wild boars. There are wild boars and they are damaging the crops. So now the fencing would be shifted towards the international border. Now the area can be used by the farmers, and they can get away from these wild boars in this open area, which they can access, which currently invade the restricted area and damage the crops. These animals also pose a safety threat to farmers also, right? So these are we can say damaging the crops, and they are a safety threat to the farmers also working in these regions. So this statement was second, then this is correct statement. The third statement was there's a border management issue. So will the army face any issue in the border management? No. The senior border security force officials stationed at the Punjab frontier headquarters in Jalandhar have underlined that relocating the fence would improve the border patrolling. It will not cause any problem in the border management. It will improve the border patrolling and management, right? So this is the issue. This is the case, and the third statement was incorrect in the question. So only 1 and 2 are correct. Only 1 and 2 are correct here, right? There will be no complication in the border patrolling. Third statement is incorrect. A option is correct. 1 and 2. Coming to the third question. Third question says, what is the expected reduction in electricity bills? What is the expected reduction in electricity bills if the people are using, if the this Punjab government is building after the installation of solar power plants, solar power panels. So this is the initiative of Punjab government that they are installing the solar power panels in the government buildings also, and they are promoting through their various schemes also for the private persons also to install these solar power panels. So by this, what is the expected reduction of electricity bill? So there are 4 options: A, B, C, D, 10 to 20%, 30 to 40%, 40 to 50%, and 60 to 70%. So we have 4 options. You have to choose one. You can pause this video and you can choose the correct one. I'll tell you the correct percentage here is C option, 40 to 50%. So this reduction can be expected by this solar power panel installation. So C option is correct here, 40 to 50%. So Punjab government solar initiative is this, in a bid to transform Punjab into a power surplus state. So the Punjab government aims to make Punjab a power surplus state, right? The state government of Punjab has embarked on an ambitious project to harness the potential of solar power. So it is what? Solar power is what? This is a renewable energy. This is a renewable energy, right? We can say it is a, Hindi में बोलते हैं, it is a नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा, right? नवीकरणीय, renewable energy. Also, we have some key points here. Currently, the state of Punjab is heavily reliant on the non-renewable energy. So, which sources are the non-renewable energy? Which source, like coal, thermal power plants or coal plants, and gas also, and some diesels also, right? These type of petroleum products are also used for the electricity generation. Coal is the major one. Thermal power plants, it is used in the thermal power plants. It is used in the thermal power plants. So it is in the current scenario, the Punjab government is more reliant on or heavily reliant on the non-renewable resources like this coal, gas, and diesel, these type of gases, which not only contribute to the environmental degradation. Yes, it is the classic case of we can say environmental degradation. We are using the coal, we are burning the coal, and there's a gas which is coming out from that, and that is damaging that is CO2, and that is damaging the environment, right, atmosphere. But also put a strain on the state's finances, because Punjab doesn't have the reserve of coal. It has to purchase, right? So it has to purchase. So that is why it is a burden on. It's a strain on the Punjab's finances also, right? The revenue also. So that is why the initiative was taken by the Punjab government to shift to the solar power panels or installation of solar power panels. The third statement here is the government's decision to promote solar energy is a welcome move, as it will not only reduce the state's carbon footprint, right? Carbon footprint. It will reduce the state's carbon footprint, because the Punjab state would not use much coal or carbon in that, but also provide a cleaner and more sustainable source of energy, right? This is a clean energy. We can say renewable energy are the clean energy sources, right? And more sustainable source of energy. Obviously, this is a sustainable source of energy because the solar energy, what we are getting from the insolation, it is a continuous process. We will definitely harness this energy from the sun for I don't know how much time we will live, or so whatever is the case, that is 50 to 50%, 40 to 50%. C option is the correct option here. Solar energy Punjab will get, or we can say the North India will get for years of years. So here the initiative is being spearheaded by the Punjab New and which ministry is involved here? Punjab New and Renewable Energy Sources Ministry. Punjab's New and Renewable Energy Sources Ministry is involved here, which has issued formal directions to various departments heads and to expedite the process, we can say to fasten the process of issuing the NOCs, no objection certificates for panel installations, solar panel installations. For solar panel installations, there will be no objection certificates issued quickly for the government departments. The Punjab government expects that the installation of the solar panels on government buildings will reduce the electricity bills, or it will reduce the we can say the burden on the government's budget, electricity bills also, by around 40 to 50%. So this was the question asked in the and the C option is correct, 40 to 50%. C option is correct, 40 to 50%. Coming to the next question, fourth question. Which of the following laws must Punjab's food processing initiatives comply with? We have 4 acts here, 4 laws here. The Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, the National Green Tribunal Act NGT 2010, and the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So which act must be followed? The Punjab's following laws must Punjab's food processing initiatives comply with. So here I think you can easily understand the A option is correct here. The Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, it should be followed. The A option is correct. The Food Processing and Agri-Business Conference recently held in Punjab. This was in the news. The Food Processing and Agri-Business Conference recently held in Punjab, a significant milestone in the state's effort to promote the food processing sector, which is expected to create what? It will create job opportunities also and benefit the local people, local farmers. It will benefit the local farmers. Right, the Food Processing and Agriculture Conference. It was discussed in this conference. What are the key points? The conference marks a significant milestone in the state's effort to promote the food processing sector. Right, this was in the case. This was the major, you can say, objective of this conference. The Punjab Food Processing Initiatives must comply with this Food Processing and Standards Act 2006. So from this act also, you have seen there's an organization, FSSAI, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So this organization was also formed by this Food Processing and Standards Act 2006, right? So this act should be followed. Here, from a legal perspective, the state government's initiative will need to comply with existing laws and regulations such as Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, and the Punjab Food Processing Policy is there also. Punjab Food Processing Policy 2018. So you should remember the year also here. Punjab Food Processing Policy came in 2018. The government will also need to ensure that the initiatives are in line with the National Food Processing Policy. So earlier, there was a National Food Processing Policy 2017. After that, in 2018, Punjab Food Processing Policy came after 1 year. So like this, you have to remember. In 2006, what came? The Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 came. In 2017, what came? The National Food Processing Policy 2017 came, and 2018 May, after 1 year, Punjab's Food Processing Policy came, which aims to promote the growth of the food processing industry in India. So in India and the Punjab state, so we are working in the coherence, we are working in the cooperation for this, right? So A option here is correct. A option here is correct, the Food Safety and Standards Act in this fourth question. We'll come to the fifth question. Next question is, what is the target percentage for forest and tree cover in Punjab by 2030? Right, what by 2030, it will come in next 6 years. What is the target percentage of forest and tree cover in Punjab by 2030 under the tree preservation policy? Tree preservation policy for non-forest government and public lands 2024. So this is the case, the tree preservation policy for non-forest government and public lands 2024. We have 6 years, right? 2030 tak we have 6 years to improve the percentage of forest and tree cover in Punjab. So what is the expectation? What is the target? So the target is, we have to choose one option here: 6.5%, 7%, 7.5%, or 8%. We have 4 options: A, B, C, D. You have to choose one. The correct option here is C, 7.5%. 7.5%, C is the correct option. We'll see the solution. In a significant move towards a greener future, the state cabinet, Punjab government's state cabinet, has approved 2 groundbreaking initiatives aimed at increasing the state's forest and tree cover, which are promoting agroforestry. They are promoting agroforestry also, and conserving biodiversity. So they have multiple aims, multi-dimensional aims are there included in this Greener Future initiative by the state cabinet. And what are the key points for that? The forward-thinking projects. These forward-thinking projects are set to transform the environmental landscape of Punjab, ensuring a healthier and more sustainable tomorrow. So these are the, we can say, introductory statements what we have included here, just for you to understand. The state government's tree preservation policy for non-forest government and public lands 2024. This name should be, like you should remember this name. The Tree Preservation Policy for Non-Forest Government and Public Lands 2024 is a comprehensive plan to increase the state's forest and tree cover from the current 5.92% to 7.5% by 2030. So what is the aim? 7.5% by 2030. You have to remember this. For the next coming years, if you are using this data for the mains examination, you can definitely use, because this is the aim. So 2030, there are 6 years upcoming, and you can use this data that we have to increase the tree and the forest cover up to this 7.5% by 2030, and you can use this also, the Tree Preservation Policy for Non-Forest Government and Public Lands 2024. You can use this policy's name also. So here the C option is correct, right? C option, 7.5% is correct, right? Coming to the next question. The question says, which of the following is not one of the 5 thematic? Not. This should be understood clearly, that what is asked here. It is that what is not there. Which of the following is not one of the 5 thematic areas outlined in the vision document Future Ready Chandigarh 2030 and beyond? What is that? Vision document Future Ready Chandigarh 2030 and beyond. So what is not there? Which theme is not there? So we have A option, urban infrastructure and planning. B option is environment, climate action and ecotourism. C option is health, nutrition and well-being. And the D option is industrial development and manufacturing. So what is the theme which is not there, which is not highlighted in this part, which is not highlighted in this vision document Future Ready Chandigarh 2030 and beyond, in this document? So you have to choose one. There are 4 options. The one option will be, so the correct option will be one only, right? Like any one of these can be there. And the question is asked about which is not there. So you can pause this video and choose the correct option. I'll tell you the correct option here is, it is not A, it is not B, it is not C. The correct option is D. Industrial development and manufacturing. It is not there. This theme is not there in the vision document Future Ready Chandigarh 2030 and beyond. So we'll see the solution. The D option is incorrect, right? The option is correct here for the question, but the theme is not correct, right? The Chandigarh administration has taken a significant step towards a sustainable future by launching what? The vision document Future Ready Chandigarh 2030 and beyond. The 5 thematic areas are, I have listed these 5 thematic areas. These are urban infrastructure and planning, transport and mobility, environment, climate and ecotourism, and education, skill development, including sports, employment, economic ability. This was given in the options also: health, nutrition and well-being, and social protection and safety. There's no industries, like there's no industrial development and manufacturing. This was not written in this 5 themes. So the D option is correct here. So all the 5 themes are here, right? You can learn these themes also. Coming to the next question. Next question says, consider the following statements regarding uranium contamination. Uranium contamination in water in Punjab's Doaba and Majha regions. So you have to understand which are the Doaba regions and which districts are coming in the Majha region. So we'll see. The first statement says, the World Health Organization has revised the acceptable standards. The WHO has revised the acceptable standards for uranium content for water in water to 30 microgram per liter. 30 microgram per liter. More stringent than the previous standards. So earlier it was more. Like earlier it could be more than 30 micrograms per liter, but now the WHO has made that the uranium content must not go ahead with this 30 microgram per liter, right? It must not go above this value, 30 microgram per liter. So is this the case? The first statement is this about this WHO. The second statement is the retesting of water samples has been ordered due to discrepancies in previous testing standards and report of uranium contamination. So is this the case? The retesting was issued. This was asked in the second statement. So you have to understand first which 2 areas are important here: Majha region and Doaba region. So in this map, you can see this part, which is having the Pathankot and all these border districts. So these districts are coming in the Majha region, right? These districts are coming in the Doaba region, right? And the southern part of the Punjab state is coming in the Malwa region. So there are 3 regions and they are named as Majha, Doaba and the Malwa region. So here in this region there was a contamination of uranium which was there in water. So in this question is linked with this uranium contamination in this water in these regions only, Doaba and the Majha region. The first statement here is, it is correct, right? The first statement is correct here. Acceptable standards for uranium, the WHO has revised the standard and it has made it to 30 micrograms per liter. The second statement is the retesting of water samples has been ordered, right? This is also the correct statement due to the discrepancies in the previous testing standards and reports of uranium contamination. So here C option is correct. Both the statements are correct because correct statements are asked. Which of the statements given above are correct? The C option is correct, both 1 and 2, because the correct statements are asked only in the question. So C is correct. We'll see the solution. C is correct. Uranium contamination in water. In a significant move, the Punjab and Haryana High Court has directed the retesting of the samples for uranium contamination in Punjab's Doaba and Majha region. So the retesting is done. Doaba and Majha regions. What are the key points? Key points are the decision comes after discrepancies were found in the previous test standards. There were discrepancies in the previous test standards, right? Which had reported the presence of uranium in some samples. The court emphasizes the need for retesting in accordance with the updated WHO standards. There were some updated WHO standards, and what are the standards? The WHO has refixed the standards of testing uranium content water at 30 micrograms per liter. So the value is 30 micrograms per liter, which is more stringent than the previous one. So the earlier value must be more than 30. So it was allowed earlier. Now it is made as 30 micrograms per liter. It is fixed at 30 micrograms per liter, and the uranium content must not exceed this value per liter. The uranium content must not exceed the 30 microgram value per liter. So you have to understand this. You have to remember this value also. So in this question, C option is correct. You have seen the Malwa and the Doaba region also. C option is correct. Both the statements are correct here. In this question, question number 8, where was the new anti-narcotics task force (ANTF) office inaugurated by the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann? The new Anti-Narcotics Task Force Office, ANTF Force Office, inaugurated by the Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann. So we have 4 cities: Amritsar, Ludhiana, Jalandhar, and Mohali. You have to choose one. We have 4 options. Only one option will be correct, and the correct option is, you can pause this video, you can choose the correct one according to you. But the correct option here is D. D option. If you are watching this like in a recorded form or anything, you can just select the video according to you. I'll tell you the correct one. The D option is correct. Mohali is correct here. Inauguration of the new Anti-Narcotics Task Force Office, and the event was this inauguration by the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, and location, it is in Mohali sector number 79. Mohali sector number 79. So Mohali was the D option. So D option is correct. Next question. Question says, consider the following statements regarding the rebranding of the state's drug law enforcement units. Rebranding of the state's drug law enforcement unit. The first statement says the unit was previously known as the Special Task Force. Is this the case? The previous name was Special Task Force, STF. The second statement is the rebranding to Special Task Force reflects a stronger focus on the narcotics control. And the third statement is the new name for this unit is the Anti-Narcotics Task Force, ANTF. So you have to choose which of the statements given above is correct. So are the 3 statements correct? If this statement correct, the earlier name was Special Task Force, and the new name is Anti-Narcotics Task Force. So these 2 statements are correct. The earlier name was Special Task Force, and the new name is Anti-Narcotics Task Force, ANTF. These 2 statements are correct. But what is the second statement? It says the rebranding to a Special Task Force reflects a stronger focus on narcotics control. Exactly. This statement is also correct. The second statement is also correct. D option will be correct here, because the correct statements are asked in the question. D option 1, 2, and 3, all statements are correct. We'll see the solution. D option is correct. A Special Task Force was the previous name, previous designation. New designation is Anti-Narcotics Task Force, ANTF, and the reason for rebranding is to reflect a stronger focus on narcotics control. This was given in the second statement, and second statement is correct. 8. Second statement is correct here. D option is correct. 1, 2, and 3. All the statements are correct. The earlier name was STF. Now the new name is ANTF. Next question. Question says, consider the following statements regarding the Arambh program launched by the Punjab state government. The first statement in this Arambh program, what is that? It says the Arambh program aims to revolutionize early childhood education by focusing on the holistic development of children attending Anganwadi centers. So holistic development for the students, for the children who are attending the Anganwadi part, right? Anganwadi centers. So is this the case? We'll see. The second statement is the program aligns with the National Education Policy 2020 and is supported by a collaboration with Rocket Learning, right? Is this the case? We'll see. The program uses traditional methods without incorporating digital interventions. So this is the third statement. So you have to choose which of the statements given above are correct. The question asks only the correct statements. So options are there: 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have to choose the correct ones. Here, the first statement says the Arambh program aims to revolutionize early childhood education by focusing on the holistic development of the children attending Anganwadi centers. This is specifically for the children attending Anganwadi. This statement is correct. Right, this statement is correct because in Arambh program, the Punjab state government is focusing on these type of Anganwadi centers only. In the second statement, the program aligns with the national education policy, right? You know that national education policy came in 2020, and this was the fourth. This was the fourth education policy. I think it was the fourth, right? 1968. No, it is the third one. 1968, 1986, and this is the third time we are improving this education policy. First one came in 1968. Second came in 1986. And the third education policy came in 2020. So this is the third education policy, and it's supported by a collaboration with Rocket Learning. So this statement is also correct. This statement is also correct. It is in line with the National Education Policy 2020, and it is supported by the collaboration with the Rocket Learning. Rocket Learning. We'll see in the solution part. The program uses traditional methods without incorporating digital interventions. So can this be the case? In this 21st century, can this be the case that without incorporating the digital interventions, we can promote the education, we can promote the education policy initiatives? No, we cannot, right? So we cannot promote the education policy initiatives without incorporating the digital intervention. So this statement is incorrect. The program uses the technology. Digital technology. So the program uses the digital tech. So the statement which is incorrect here, it is third. So the correct one will be A. The correct option will be A option. 1 and 2 only. These two statements are correct. A. Why in the news? Government initiatives. The Punjab state government has announced new policy initiative aimed at revolutionizing early childhood education. So this was given in the statement. Yes. RM program, ministry involved. Which ministry is involved? State Ministry of Social Security, Women and Child Development, right? This ministry is involved in this RM program. This can be asked also. In the solution also, you get the much more data which can be asked in a way in the examination also in the multiple choice questions. RM program, they can ask you like this, in RM program, which ministry is involved? So there are 4 ministries. So they can ask you like this. Ministry involved, State Ministry of Social Security, Women and Child Development. What is the program? It is RM. It is written there. Objective. What is the objective? Focus on the holistic development of the young children attending the Anganwadi centers. If they are attending the Anganwadi centers, then it is very it is very good for the children. Anganwadi centers. So this was the case. Yes. Now alignment with the national policy and the partnerships. So this national education policy came in 2020, and the RM program is built on the principles of this policy. National education policy. So the second statement is correct. And what are the related initiatives? Adharshila, Poshan Bhi, Padhai Bhi, right? So these are the related initiatives in this RM program. Adharshila and the Poshan Bhi, Padhai Bhi. According to that, also there is a collaboration with Rocket Learning. There is a collaboration with Rocket Learning also, a social enterprise focused on foundational and early education. So partnership is there also. What is the strategy? Leveraging innovative strategies and technology. So technology means digital technology. Digital tech we are using. So the third statement was incorrect because we are using this digital technology in this, which is in line with the National Education Policy 2020 also. Right? So it is empowering the educators, the students and the parents. The option which is correct here is A option. A option is correct. 1 and 2. Third statement was incorrect because we are using the digital technology. Next question. Next question says, consider the following statements regarding the Punjab state's new initiative to enhance employability for dependents or defense personnel. We'll see the statements. The first statement says the initiative aims to provide free skill and vocational training to families of serving and retired defense personnel, including war widows and youth from border areas. So this is the first statement. Next statement is the training programs are part of the Sankalp scheme and focus on areas such as beauty therapy, data entry, tailoring and childcare. The third statement is the collaboration for this initiative involves the Punjab Skill Development Mission and the Indian Army's Panther Division in Amritsar with an MOU signed to mark the partnership. So are these 3 statements correct? We'll see. The question asks which of the statements given above are correct. Not correct is not there. You have to choose the correct ones only. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3 and 1, 2, 3. We'll see the statements first. The first statement says the initiative aims to provide free skill and vocational training. free skill and vocational training. This is the government's, we can say, proposal, or it is the initiative. Right, this statement is incorrect. This statement is correct. This initiative gives this free skill and vocational training to the serving and retired defense personnel, including the war widows and the youth from the border areas. This statement is correct. Now, this second statement, the training program is a part of the Sankalp scheme. Right, this statement is also correct. Sankalp scheme and focus on the areas such as the beauty therapy. These are the focus areas: beauty therapy, data entry. So these type of works, they are providing the training also for these, tailoring and childcare. The second statement is also correct. The third statement is the collaboration for this initiative involves what? Involves the Punjab Skill Development Mission and the Indian Army's Panther Division. So this statement is also correct, right? Panther Division in Amritsar, which with an MOU signed to mark the partnership. So all the three statements are correct here. D option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. All the three, we'll see the solution again. D option is correct. Why in the news? Sankalp. What is the full form of Sankalp? Skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion. Sankalp. The full form is skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion. So you have to remember the full form also, right? Government initiative, it is the government's initiative. The Punjab state government has announced new initiative to provide the free skill and vocational training. This was given in the first statement, free skill and vocational training to dependents of army personnel and the youth from border areas. So this was the case. In this, war widows are also included, right? War widows are also included in this. What is the objective? The objective is to enhance the employability, to employ the people, to employ the persons who are like this war widows and the army personnel, the dependents of the army personnel and the youth from the border areas, and to improve their livelihoods. They'll earn, right? From these activities, they'll earn. Improve the livelihoods of the beneficiaries. Partnerships between Punjab Skill Development, right? So there is a partnership also. Partnership between the Punjab Skill Development Mission and the Indian Army's Panther Division, right? Indian Army's Punjab Skill Development Mission and the Indian Army's Panther Division in Amritsar. So this was given in the third statement, I guess. Yes, third statement. Yes, Punjab Skill Development Mission and the Panther Division of Indian Armies in Amritsar. This is the third statement. This is also correct. And what are the focus areas? This statement was third statement. Third statement is correct, right? First statement was this. First is also correct. And we'll see this, the initiatives, right? The focus areas are like this. Focus areas are beauty therapies, therapists and domestic data entry operators, self-employed tailors and the child care takers, right? Non-clinical child care training. So these type of areas in which the training will be provided, right? In these areas, the training will be provided to the beneficiaries. I told you the beneficiary's name also. And what are the expected outcomes and benefits? The empowerment. So the women which are involved in this, the women empowerment is the major aim. Also, not only the women empowerment, but we can say, if they are earning some livelihood, then definitely the people, whoever is there, like women or men or the youth also, they are empowered. They are empowered and they can choose they can take their own decisions. They're earning something from these activities. So by that, this is the outcome. Also, economic growth, I told you, economic growth and the social impact. So by that, the next generation, what will come, they'll have a social impact from these type of initiatives, the army's initiative or the government's initiative. So because the earning is important, the livelihood is important. So there's no dependency on anything, right? So there's no dependency. So these type of initiatives, these are the outcomes of these initiatives. And I told you, these type of initiatives are very important. So all the three statements are correct. First, second and third, all the three statements are correct. D option is correct here, 1, 2 and 3. So we have discussed these questions. So all the multiple choice questions of this August month, August 2024 are covered. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please come to the next video also. See the next video also. We will meet in the next video. Tab tak ke liye, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Take care everyone. Goodbye.